Once upon a time, there was a group of minions who were hanging out by the river. Suddenly, one of them noticed something strange. It looked like a rainbow was shining through the water, and they were curious to see what it was. So they decided to follow the rainbow to find out. As they journeyed further, they came across a huge arch that spanned over a deep chasm. It was made of shimmering rainbows and looked like it could lead to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But they didn't know that this arch was actually a portal to another world. And when they walked through it, they found themselves in a magical land. In front of them stood an enormous castle made entirely of bananas. They couldn't believe their luck. They had heard rumors of such a place, but never thought it was real. Suddenly, a gruff voice boomed from above, "Who dares disturb my sleep?" They looked up to see a giant spider-like creature with 8 eyes staring down at them. "I am the guardian of the banana castle," the creature said. "And you must complete 3 tasks if you want to take any bananas." The minions looked at each other nervously. They weren't sure if they could do it, but they had no choice. They needed those bananas. The first task was to push a huge boulder up a hill. It was too heavy for even the strongest minion to move on their own, so they had to work together. As they pushed and pulled, they started to realize that if they could find a way to make the boulder roll instead of sliding, it would be much easier. That's when they discovered a large flat piece of wood lying nearby. They put the wood under the boulder and started to see how they could move it more easily by using the wood as a lever. Finally, with a huge effort, they managed to roll the boulder over the hill. The second task was to retrieve a banana from a high shelf. The minions tried jumping and climbing, but it was no use. They needed some kind of pulley system to reach it. They looked around for something they could use and soon found some rope and a bucket. They tied one end of the rope to the bucket and lowered it into the well. Then they climbed up and began pulling on the rope to bring the bucket back up. As they pulled, they realized that they didn't need to exert as much force as they thought. Thanks to the pulley system, they managed to pull the bucket and the banana to the top. For the third task, the minions had to deliver a message to the king of the Banana Kingdom. It was too far for them to walk, so they needed a faster way to get there. They spotted some old tires and tubes lying around and got an idea. They connected the tires with some scrap metal and built a cart. Then they put one of the tires on an axle and pushed it along the path. As they moved, they noticed that it was much faster than if they had walked, and it glided smoothly over the bumps in the road. The minions had completed all 3 tasks, and the guardian was impressed. He let them take as many bananas as they wanted, and they happily filled their bags. As they made their way back home, they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. They had worked together and overcome each challenge. They knew that they would never forget their adventure in the land of the Banana Castle. If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe for more adventures. And you can also check out our other videos, which are just as fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time.